Alright, I'm not one to make these kinds of videos because I don't like talking about this topic, but it has to be talked about because it's big, it's huge, and it's just kind of driving me crazy and a little bit paranoid because like it's getting to the point where I can't even go outside, hang out with friends, and go to church because of the coronavirus. And I just wanted to talk about my thoughts, my feelings towards this virus, and everything going on. Now, if you guys are living underneath a rock, which I hope not, because everybody should know about this by now, there's a new virus going around, and people are getting sick, dying from it, and I was getting a little bit paranoid, but then I realized that this virus only really affects the elderly people. I mean, don't get me wrong, people who's like my age in their 20s could still get sick from this virus, but it potentially mainly affects the elderly. So just use some fucking common sense. Just wash your hands. Now, currently in the area where I live in, there's like 17 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. There could be more, but none of this stuff is happening in Lynn County. But yet people are already freaking out about it and acting like it's the end of the world pretty much, just because it's in Iowa. And it's just actually ridiculous if you think about it, because the chances of this virus getting into Lynn County is like very highly unlikely. I mean, it could still happen, trust me, it could still happen, but 14 cases are in Johnson County, and then the other cases are all way away from Lynn County. And the people who's been positive in the Johnson County area, they've all been quarantined, which means they'll more likely get recovered and everything. So unless there's more more tests being done, which I think there is actually, but unless there's like more tests being done and there's Lynn County positive people, the chances of the coronavirus actually getting to the county that I live in is 0 to none. So the way that I see it, there's really no reason for panic. Just go about your daily lives. Honestly, it's getting really fucking ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? There is still a reason to panic, because yes, the coronavirus is still in the state that I live in. But it's not in the county that I live in. So until it actually reaches Lynn County, since the only places that I go to is work, my home, and church, which is all in Lynn County, so I don't do that much traveling. Until the virus reaches Lynn County, I'm not doing any panicking. I'm just living my life the way I always lived it. I'm gonna keep going outside. Gonna keep going out in public. I'm gonna keep living my life until the virus actually reaches Lynn County, which I highly doubt is gonna happen. Now, I'm just gonna talk about how this virus is affecting my life, because it's not even in Lynn County. It's already affecting my life hardcore. It's getting to the point where we're basically putting the house on lockdown, pretty much. I can't hang out with any friends. I can't go to church. I can't go to casino, which is... I understand why I can't go to casino, because the casino I go to is in the area that the virus is in. So I understand for that part. But I can't go to Super Skate, which... the more I think about it, I do kind of understand that too, because you never know who actually goes skating. Like, there could be people from Iowa City who could be going to do Super Skate, and Iowa City is one of the places where the virus is in. But like, church, like at the actual church service, I understand a little bit. But like, church is probably one of the most safest places to be, because they're more likely gonna be hard on using hand sanitizer. But like, you never know who's actually going to the church service. But for the church event that I go to, at least on Sundays, all them people are from the Lynn County area and does basically no traveling whatsoever. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. Now, this virus is a real thing. Let me just look up who's all infected right now, because there is already a shit ton of people infected. It's not just Iowa, of course. Currently, there are, if it loads, 142,649 people, if I'm reading that correctly, who is infected by this virus, 5,000 deaths, and it doesn't say anything about like the people who recovered from it, but there are quite a bit of recoveries from this virus. So, like I said, there's no reason to panic. No reason to buy a shit ton of toilet paper. Just stay calm and use some common sense. Wash your hands all the time. If you suspect that somebody's sick with this virus, or with any virus at all, because the coronavirus is basically the common cold or the flu. The only reason why this virus is serious and bad and people are dying from it is because of the fact our immune systems aren't used to it. But besides that, this virus really isn't that bad. It's just the fact that people have to use their common sense to actually wash their hands. This really isn't a time to panic. If anything, this is a time to just fucking use some common sense. Wash your hands. That's really all you gotta do. There's no reason to panic. I don't know why people are panicking over this. It's literally fucking ridiculous. Oh. Just wash your hands before I call the plague doctor on your asses. I'm done. I'm done.